Since it was invented in 2009 by an anonymous hacker, Bitcoin has been an unmitigated failure in just about everything it set out to do. Its original mission was to become a global currency, a noble if overly ambitious goal. However, unless you want to buy drugs on the internet, it's clearly failed there. Even though a scant few legit companies have accepted Bitcoin over the years, they tend to shut that down once the price goes into the dumps. Besides, why would you want to spend money if it could be worth more in the next week, next day, or even the next minute? That's not to mention, Bitcoin can only move about 5 transactions per second. Meanwhile, Visa, a technology old enough to be a grandfather, has that beat by about 400 times. While you wait hours and even days for a Bitcoin transaction to clear, Visa has processed millions of payments around the world. Becoming a global currency was Bitcoin's first big ambition, and to date, its biggest failure. But something Bitcoin never fails to do is innovate. So after it failed as a currency, it soon innovated its mission to become a store of value, like some kind of digital gold. Unfortunately for the Bitcoin bulls, it's clearly failed there as well. Bitcoin has dropped more than 80% 3 separate times since it was invented, and regularly moves up or down 5% or more in a single day. This year, Bitcoin is doing worse than stocks, bonds, the rapidly inflating dollar, even good old gold bullion. Almost anything you can think of. I don't know what kind of value that's storing, but it's definitely not where I want to keep my life savings. Sorry to say it, but that's another major failure for Bitcoin in the books. But in 2021, a new innovation came along, or more accurately, a buzzword: decentralized finance. A clever marketing gimmick for sure. But if you think Bitcoin is decentralized, you need your head examined. MicroStrategy, an unproductive company helmed by Michael Saylor, holds 129,218 Bitcoins on its balance sheet as of this writing. That's close to 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin in existence, and less than 100 other Bitcoin whales hold nearly 20%. I'll repeat that. Less than 100 people control over $85 billion in value. And if just one of these whales wants to, they can dump their coins on the market and quickly cause a crash. Then they can turn around and scoop those Bitcoins back up at a severe discount. How can something be decentralized if its price can crash at the whim of just one person? Imagine losing your life savings in the 1 or 2 Bitcoins you bought because some mega-rich elite wanted to play games with the market. Doesn't sound too decentralized to me. And something like this simply isn't possible on something like the S&P 500, the dollar, gold, or any other sensible investment. Chalk up another major failure for everyone's favorite digital pet rock. And to think, Bitcoin has failed in all these ways, while consuming as much energy, some estimates show, as the entire country of Thailand. Racks upon racks of expensive computer equipment sitting in shipping containers in the middle of nowhere. Hardware that could and should be put to good use in hospitals, defense systems, infrastructure, and countless other examples. No matter how you feel about the climate, you probably agree the energy Bitcoin sucks out of the planet could be put to much better use. This, above all else, might be Bitcoin's most senseless failure. Now, with all these failures so clear for the whole world to see, it was only a matter of time before Bitcoin's only true purpose came to the forefront, whether the Bitcoin bulls wanted it to or not, and that is as a tool for speculation. There, we actually can't call Bitcoin a failure. In fact, it's been a great success. Bitcoin is a speculator's dream, an asset that moves so violently, so often, practically begs for traders to come along and abuse it for their gain. And that's exactly what I've done. I have never and would never own Bitcoin personally, but I do think it's going to be around for a while, and I'm not shy about making a ton of money on it. Now, with my latest trading strategy, which I tested over 7 years of Bitcoin price data, I found a way to make 5 times more money than any Bitcoin buy-in holder. At the same time, this strategy avoids 80% of the risk these harebrained investors have had to endure, just by buying Bitcoin and shorting Bitcoin over and over again without an ounce of leverage. It's so easy, so simple, I can't believe more people aren't doing it. But there lies your opportunity.